Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. It all matters, and I deeply appreciate it. Today, we're asking what's next in love. We've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Take a moment, figure out which one seems right for you. In the meantime, just sharing with you that I am doing a giveaway at 7,000 subscribers. So just be subscribed and comment, and you're in the running for that. Dropping things as I do. And also, if you do want to contact me, my email is in the description right below the timestamps. It's best to use that, as sometimes people try to scam people by pretending to be me in the comments. So as long as you're using that email in the description, you're actually talking to me, and therefore we're keeping our community safe. So my gorgeous and talented pile number ones, what's next in love? What's next in love for pile number 1? What's next in love for pile number 1? What's next in love for the gorgeous pile number 1? Good news. I'm getting commitments. There's going to be a commitment. There is going to be more communication. I don't know if you are going to overcome your fears, where somebody else involved is going to overcome their fears. But strength is about, having the courage to do what you need to do. It's about being in control of all parts of yourself. And this is very strongly leading to some kind of traditional commitment that will last, will have a lot of stability. So, what is moving things in this direction? What is moving things in this direction for the gorgeous pile number 1? What is moving things in this direction for the gorgeous pile number 1? What is moving things in this direction for the gorgeous pile number 1? Talk about the 5 and then the 6 of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the 2 of Cups. I'm getting that you have been dealing with conflict, but you're going to overcome it. And I'm getting the impression with the Queen of Swords, I'm especially with the 2 of Cups. With the Queen of Swords, I get that either you have or you will set some really strong boundaries regarding what behavior is acceptable for you. It's going to move something kind of out of focus, because everybody's attention is somewhere else, fighting a different fight, into success for you. And will put you in a place where you are receiving equal, reciprocal love. Yeah, a very passionate new beginning. I'm really feeling like, it's just, I feel like, for the most part, you are demonstrating standards of what you expect, what you will accept. And it's moving things from being very disorganized to winning for you. What's next in love for the gorgeous pile number 1? What's next in love for the gorgeous pile number 1? What's next in love for the gorgeous pile number 1? Well, you've certainly had loss. I feel like you're really coming into the strongest it's like you're becoming the best version of yourself. Still yourself, but it's like the parts of you that, don't necessarily do you any favors, you're taking control of. As we are all human, and therefore we all have things we don't do perfectly. But I'm really getting that you're coming into a place where you're being the best version of yourself. And you definitely had to deal with something falling apart, with heartbreak, and with things being unclear. Are you bringing in, is this, I'm really getting that right now regarding love, you might have a little bit of a dark view regarding it. I feel like you have put the work in regarding your actions. And if you haven't, then that's what's going to bring you towards victory. But I feel like you had something fall apart fairly spectacularly that caused heartbreak for you. And it really hasn't made things clear for you going forward in love. It's put you in a place of fear. And I'm getting that you're going to be able to emotionally walk away from that. Tell me about this Three of Swords. Yeah. You're going to be able to emotionally walk away from the fear. You are going to be able to have a brand new beginning without the burdens of this heartbreak. And you are going to move out of the unsteady, the unstable, the things that will fall apart to create your own foundation. So just know that even if things don't look good for you right now, there's going to be a fresh start. There's going to be walking away. There's going to be a strong foundation within yourself. What's next in love? I feel like not only are you going to bring in somebody who is reciprocal and this really stable traditional relationship, but you are also going to go on a self-love journey along the way, because you are becoming the better version of yourself. It's funny that strength and shadow self kind of flipped, and then strength fell out afterwards. I feel like you're learning a lot about yourself right now. And you are also getting to the point where you can see your own shadows, but you're moving out of those shadows. So it's not that, you'll suddenly become a perfectly idealized person, but when you're aware of your shadow side, you can control your shadow side. When you know that you might run away from a situation that seems too good, you can be aware that that's a pattern of yours. And I'm not necessarily getting that is the behavior, but I'm getting you, and with strength coming out twice, you really being in a place where you are very in your own power. And I feel like this, you getting in your own power, is bringing in this really steady, stable, with that Ten of Pentacles. But you're bringing in that steady, stable, long-term relationship. by doing your own stabilization. Being very aware of your worth, and not putting up with anybody who doesn't give you the treatment that you deserve. And it is manifesting in or strengthening things. Some of you are definitely walking away from one situation, and another one that is better for you is moving in, because you were walking away from that fear. You were, but you're just moving out of building on unstable situations. So you're really moving forward in a very interesting and, quite frankly, I'm very proud of you way. And it is bringing you out of drama and things falling apart and heartbreak into, possibly, these are both marriage cards. Self-worth. What's next for you in love? What's next for you in love is you're really embracing your self-worth. And you really embracing that self-worth that I feel like you had to embrace out of pain, out of hurt, and out of having things fall apart. You're getting instead of a very unstable situation, the most stable of situations. So the next thing that's happening with you in love is self-love. And then right behind that, coming up behind, is going to be long-term stable commitment. Get active, stay active, trust me. So some of you maybe need to work out or take action of some way. But it's just doing what you already know you should be doing, because that's what strength is. That, everybody knows, for the most part, people know what to do. It's just often hard to do it. But you're showing strength and you're showing courage, and you're coming in to your own self. You're coming to a place where you believe in you. You're coming to a place where you embrace your self-worth. You're coming into a place where you don't put up with anybody who doesn't treat you that way. So your first love story is going to be with you, and then it's going to just get better. Because you're only going to allow the people in that deserve you. So I've got talk about strong. We also have Wonder Woman. Yeah, I feel like you're really coming into your power. And you're really going to figure out, this isn't about just being, this isn't about being cocky, but this is about recognizing what you really are, what you really add, what you're really capable of. And I feel like that's going to come into play. I've also got the lapis, that's about the throat. Also the blue is here. So there may be a need for you to speak up regarding something. There may be something, there definitely may be something to do with the throat chakra regarding you. But it just feels like things are going to work out in a few different ways, not just in love for you. And it's because you are making things work out for you. Also blue. Something about expressing things is going to make things work out for you. You are going to anchor in what you want. You do need to make clear choices. And you are bringing in more intimacy, companionship. And you are moving forward. Even though occasionally it might feel like you're moving slowly. But what you're doing, it's like it's going to last. The Ten of Pentacles, sea turtle, which has an incredibly long life. Mind, body, spirit. Again, get active, stay active. But also, I feel like you need to consider your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. I feel like this is all going to be part of the same thing. And this is not about looking like anything specifically, so much as really valuing yourself. 333 is on the clock, exactly as I said that. Again, mind, body, spirit, but also 3 is a number in which anything can happen. It allows in the possibility for change and growth. So, I am super proud of you because you are really coming into your strength. You are really coming into your power. You are really walking away from the things that don't serve you, even if you're afraid to. And you're really embracing your self-worth. And even though you're not putting up with anything that you shouldn't put up with, you also, this is good for you. This is you coming into the Empress that is inside of you. So, your next love story is with you, but it is going to be followed relatively soon by a very stable, very committed relationship. So, hope that helped you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 7,000 subscribers. Just make sure that you subscribed and you make a comment if you want to be in the running for that. And if you do want to book a reading with me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. Just make sure that you use that email, because there are people that are pretending in the comments to be me. They are not me. I'm not going to solicit you. So as long as you're using that email, you are talking to me and I can take care of you and look out for you. So my gorgeous and talented pile number 2s. What's next for you in love? What's next for you in love? My gorgeous pile 2, my gorgeous angels. What's a lot of ones. Oh gosh. What's next for you in love? Very interesting. We've got the King of Wands, the Page of Wands, the 3 of Swords, and the 2 of Cups. I'm going to pull one more card because I feel like I should. I do not like the particular tip of balance that made. So, the King of Wands is somebody that is charismatic. And the Page of Wands is like a message. Now, it could be a message from somebody that is very charismatic, but it also could be a lot of enthusiasm with not enough understanding. Because the Page of Wands is enthusiastic. And that is enthusiastic, optimistic, moving forward, and that's a valuable quality. But I've got heartbreak here, and I have the 4 of Pentacles. Now, the 2 of Cups is here, which is, of course, a good thing to get in a love reading. But between that and the Three of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, I feel like there may not be something that is not fair going on here. Because this is a withholding, lack related energy. It is something that is covering the heart. And on one side, there's selfishness. On the other side, there's heartbreak. And the Two of Cups is in the middle. So I feel like there is something that needs to be, I'm going to get you some clarity. Clarity on this Four of Pentacles. There needs to be some kind of offer. There needs to be some kind of real giving. There needs to be some kind of action taken by somebody that is withholding to create stability. Clarity on the Three of Swords, Four of Swords. It's like somebody, I feel like somebody has been very withholding, and there needs, in order for there to be healing, at least in this connection, somebody needs to be offering stability, and that because somebody has been withholding it. Clarity on this Page of Wands, Five of Swords. There is a need, even if you're super excited about somebody, there's a need to not ignore any red flags. Because there's nothing wrong with being excited about somebody, caring about somebody, but the Five of Swords leads to the Three of Swords. We've also got 3, 4, and 5. I think that there's a real need for there to be some kind of fairness here. And even if there is reciprocation in feeling, it doesn't bode well if there's no reciprocation in action. And it doesn't bode well if there are just no-win actions. Because I'm getting like, this is sneaky. This is not thinking about the feelings of someone else. And I think that the page here, the person who's super enthusiastic, it's really important to, even if you're super enthusiastic, to pay attention to whether somebody's dealing with you fair. Because there's a really big lesson to be learned here. And that lesson seems to be it's like there needs to be balance. Somebody can't just be withholding. And, just I'm getting the thing is you need to make sure that even if you really care about somebody and they seem really, really awesome, that when they show you a red flag, that you're that you say, oh, that's a red flag, and don't continue to give them this affection until they balance things with you. And if they don't balance things with you, get your healing. But I'm getting that if somebody's making you choose between your self-worth and them, you have to consider the cycle. Because the person that can take you out of this cycle is you. And the problem is if you give up your self-worth for somebody, they're still going to be that person, you know? So I'm getting like, there's something that, because the Judgment is just before the end of the major arcana. The next one is the World. The Judgment is when there is karma. The Judgment is when there are consequences. The Judgment is when you have a chance to grow and evolve and really pay attention to what is in front of you so that you can grow. What's next for pile 2 in love? You being in a place where you learn the lessons. So you're just, I feel like you're in a situation where you may need to choose yourself over another person. Not because you wouldn't do right by that person, not because you don't love that person, but the person is not doing right by you. And you breaking out and changing the cycle is going to create manifestation for what you want, which is going to be a brand new beginning in love. But I'm getting that you're really conflicted because you're really loyal. And even though, you may just be focusing on the wrong thing. Because the 5 of Pentacles. Continuing to give to somebody who's not fulfilling your needs is going to leave you in a place of lack. And you're meant to be abundant. You are loyal. You are nurturing. You are kind. You are a really good person to be in a relationship with. And I'm getting like, either you're tired of fighting or you're having trouble putting down the fight. But just know that you're but you can close down the cycle, which means that yes, you may care, you may love for this have love for this person. But again, you having to sacrifice yourself to stay with somebody is just going to leave you in lack and isn't making a smart decision with your heart. And you have the ability to really receive love. You have the ability to make the kind of love future you have in love. And whatever has been done, it's not because you were not worthy. It's because you're the queen of abundance and you're dealing with the miser. And the miser leads to lack. What's next in love for pile number 2? You're going to release something that is a burden to you. You're going to end a cycle. And ending that cycle is really going to move things forward for you towards success. And I think that you're going to be able to refocus that really charming enthusiasm that you have. But I think that you're going to start listening to things that maybe you weren't before. Yeah. Because right now, you may be dissatisfied, but you're focusing on the wrong thing. When the 2 of Cups you deserve is out there. The really successful love relationship. Again, we had Judgment and now we have the World. The World is the last card. The World is when you learn your lesson where you no longer have to deal with the same issue again. Because you just learned, you came out, you graduated, whatever it is. But you being able to shift your focus away from what's been lost, what is hurt, to what you want, to the love that will actually be there for you. That's what's next for you in love. Which one is it? This one. Awaken. Yeah, you're getting an awakening regarding love. You may be getting an awakening regarding a person. But I think, and again, if this does not feel like your pile, then feel free to pick another one or another reading. It's all good. But I feel like you're going to get an awakening regarding somebody who hasn't been giving to you, that has left you in, you know, just really in a state of lack. And you're going to be able to let that go. You're going to be able to awaken, because these are both awakening cards. You're going to learn some kind of lesson from it, and it's going to lead to a success for you. It's going to lead to things getting better for you. It's going to lead to you moving forward. Your gut knows all. Trust it. Find your love language. Take some time and find out how you truly want to be cared for. And I feel like this is tied into the Magician that came up. I feel like if you really focus on how you want to be loved, that person's going to show up for you. And that person is going to be able to recognize this awesome queen that you are. And you're going to have a brand new beginning, and it's going to be a lot more clear with that Ace of Swords. Snake. Some of you are dealing with somebody who is acting like an enemy to you. Even if you love them, even if you're doing right by them. Snake in the grass. So I feel like you're going to figure out who you really want to have in your life. And I feel like you're going to close out, you're going to have an awakening so you can have some real success. But I feel like you're going to have an awakening regarding somebody who just has not done right by you. And while it might be really painful to deal with that, ultimately, it's moving you towards better. But you need to refocus, because you're putting all with that, you may be putting all your attention on somebody who's not doing you right, rather than starting the process with somebody who will. There is that conflict. So I'm seeing some kind of heartbreak. And I'm seeing a desire to kind of go back, to not know what you know. Maybe a desire to go back in the shell, because you are going to have an awakening regarding love. And I feel like you're going to have an awakening regarding a person. And it's going to be heartbreaking, and you're going to not want to know it and maybe go back into your shell. But you're going to get a lot more wisdom regarding your heart. And your heart is going to start giving you really good information. Believe, connection. So you may really believe in the current connection. I feel like it's for some of you, but some of you are manifesting in real stability with the 4. And I think that you need to believe that you can have this, that you can have a real connection. You can have a connection that will work together with you. And I'm getting with the cat, you know, that it could be inconsistent affection, but I'm feeling like not everybody deserves you. I feel like people need to earn your love. And that doesn't mean that maybe we won't love somebody that's unworthy, but it's just, I'm getting, it's like being selective about who you let have your heart. I've got sing and a crooked smile. Do you sing? Is your new person going to sing? What about sing? What about sing 7? Something about singing and things not being clear. Or even just realizing that you have many options. Because you do. I'm still a little confused by sing, but maybe that is for somebody very specific. Now, I hope that this helped you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 7,000 subscribers. So just be subscribed and comment and you are in the running. I also want to make sure that anybody who wants to contact me uses the email in the description. There are people that are pretending to be me in the comments. I do everything I can to block these people, but sometimes they get through. So just to make sure that everybody is safe and I take care of you, use that email in the description because I'm the only one who can write it there. So my gorgeous and talented pile number 3. So, my gorgeous and talented pile number 3, what's next for you in love? Page of Cups, the Hermit, the Temperance card, And the Knight of Pentacles. It's very interesting. Either you or your person is going to go through an emotional maturation process. Because maybe there has been emotionally immature actions, but right now, there's a lot of time to think about it. But whatever this is, I feel like somebody's having to look at this. But it is bringing greater balance in for you. And some kind of offer. The offer may have definitely felt like a long time coming. But when the offer comes, it's actually going to be something that is stable. Clarity on this Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. I feel like, there's going to be a new beginning in stability in relationships. Whether it's somebody offering you a really stable new relationship, or you getting to the point where you are just more able to have a stable relationship. But it's what's happening is through self-knowledge. I feel like somebody who was making emotional but not very mature decision getting to the place where they're learning, so that there can be greater balance. For some of you, somebody's getting their stuff together so there can be a reunion. Yeah. For some of you, somebody's really getting their stuff together so there can be a reunion. If this isn't about a reunion, which it doesn't necessarily have to be, but it definitely is for some of you, this is going to be about bringing in some kind of soulmate, somebody that is really loving and caring, and being in a place where you are emotionally stable enough to receive this love, to have this balance, to have this harmony in a loving relationship. What's next for you in love? For some of you, you've been waiting for something to come together for a long time. Either way, like, there's a ship that's going to come in. I feel like the key is just making better decisions, whether it's on your part or whether it's on a specific person's part. Because there has been some chaos here, a lot of action, but that action not being effective, that action not bringing about the results that you want. It's like a lot of stabbing in the dark. And again, it might not be you who's stabbing in the dark. It could be another party who's been really emotionally immature. But I'm getting, like, you're getting some kind of either reunion or soulmate coming in. You're getting, it's like there's been this longing and there is going to be a ship coming in. But there's just, I feel like a lot of you are super frustrated with the wait, the time because I'm getting a lot of very slow cards. What's next for you in love? Either you are going to embrace your self-worth, or somebody is really going to recognize how much of an awesome catch that you are. 3 of Swords. Is there going to be a heartache, heartbreak? I feel like there already has been heartbreak. Tell me about this heartbreak. Again, some of you might have had somebody act really immature. It's possible that you may have had to walk away for your own self-worth. King of Wands. This could have been somebody very charismatic, maybe somebody funny. Somebody who was following their passions. More clarity on this. More clarity on this. 4 of Wands. So I'm getting that something's going to happen to move from a 3 of Swords situation to a long-standing, steady, stable relationship. Again, 3 of Wands, then 4 of Wands. I feel like somebody's going to take action. And I feel like it's probably been a long time coming. And again, if this is not about you coming back together with somebody, some of you are bringing in a soulmate after heartbreak, and you're having somebody you felt like things haven't been happening for a long time, and somebody's going to come in and really not waste your time. For others of you, you've probably had somebody who wasted a lot of your time, but they're going to finally take the action. What's next for you in love pile number 3? King of Pentacles. Either somebody is stepping up to the plate. Somebody is offering real stability. Somebody is taking action. Somebody is being relationship material. I'm getting that somebody wants forgiveness, especially for the people who somebody's coming back. There's going to somebody's, dealing with whatever emotional issue that they had, so that they can bring harmony to this relationship. I'm getting that in that case, somebody is really coming forward to try to be the most relationship material that they can be, because I feel like they're aware that they need some kind of forgiveness. For others of you, it's like somebody's really stepping up, because for some of you, I feel like it's a smaller percentage, but for some of you, you're just getting somebody who's steady, stable, has the things to have a steady relationship, that is going to recognize the beauty of your heart. It's going to recognize the value of it. It's going to know that they can build something with you. What's going on in love for the gorgeous pile number 3? Something has been out of balance. But I do like that we have the Temperance card here, because the Temperance is bringing things back to balance. It's harmony. But for some of you, somebody's coming back. Definitely coming back. What's next for you in love? Queen of Wands. We had the King of Wands to the Queen of Wands. There's a lot of fire here. I feel like the people here are matched in their intensity and their fire. Knight of Swords. Yeah, some it's like things haven't happened or worked for a while now, and things are accelerating. But for some of you, you may have had somebody that ran away from this relationship or didn't act right in this relationship, which really added to heartbreak. If that's the case, somebody here feels very betrayed. But I'm getting clarity on this Seven of Swords. Ten of Cups. So whether you're having somebody come in for the past, or you've just been dealing with people who were out for themselves and not looking out for you, you are moving into a place of stability and happiness. And clarity on that Ten of Swords, Nine of Cups. You're moving from a really dark place because you did get betrayed, whether by this person that is coming back or by other people. And you're coming to a place where you're happy within yourself and you're manifesting in happiness. So I feel like I need to get a little bit more clarity, because some of you really are manifesting somebody back in, somebody who's had to really look at what they've done. But some of you have really looked at the, done some of your own self-growth, and that is bringing in a happier relationship for you. So, anything more for pile number 3? What's next for love in pile number 3? Awakening. I feel like for most of you, if somebody's coming back, that person has had an awakening. You may have had an awakening for some of you, but I feel like the ones, I feel like for the people, there's somebody coming back, that person had some kind of awakening, especially regarding immature behavior. But otherwise, you may have had an awakening, but it's all moving towards you having better relationships. What's next in love for pile number 3? We're almost halfway through the year. Check in. Are you happy? I do feel like somebody may check in with you. You are not allowed to be a coward and be in love. You must choose one. Yeah, for a lot of you, you were dealing with somebody who is really acting like a coward. And I feel like this person really has had to reevaluate this behavior. Especially because their actions did not make them happy. For others of you, if you're more single, if this isn't about a specific person, I'm getting you've had to reevaluate things about how you go about things that weren't making you happy. Coffin and the 9 of Pentacles. And the Bridge. Somebody wants to bridge the gap after a really, a real ending. With the 9 of Pentacles being on the top. 9 of Pentacles is about self-worth. I feel like some of you may have moved away from somebody for your own self-worth. But there's being some opportunity to bridge the gap here. There's being some opportunity for there to be a win here. Dropping things as I do. What's next? The Ankh, which is about life force. Got 6 and the Hook. There's definitely somebody who feels very hooked. And they feel hooked by love. If somebody didn't choose love, especially if they were really being immature, they weren't able to let it go. There is going to be some ability for there to be a steady, stable connection here. That is because there has been an awakening. Somebody is dealing with doing better. Whether or not you let this person back in your life is up to you, but this person is coming back. And I feel like this person has had to make some changes so that they can offer you a steady, stable new beginning. I feel like this person has come to the realization that they have to do right by you. Again, whether or not you allow this person back in your life, because, you know, there has been an ending and this definitely hurt. That is entirely up to you. But this person hasn't liked the position that they put both of you into. And this person is going to try to come around to be the most stable person because of the past heartbreak here. Feel like this person has gotten a reality check. This person still feels very connected. This person has gotten some clarity. And either this person has really recognized how amazing you are, or who you are very clearly, but I feel like they're not really trying to hide who they are anymore. With Athena, I feel like this person has gained some wisdom. And with the Wolf, the Wolf is interesting because the Wolf can be a threat, or the Wolf can be really loyal. And I do feel like there's been some pain here. But I feel like there is a decision to choose that loyalty because this person feels connected to you. Yeah, I feel like this person, regardless of what happens, this person feels connected to you. So I hope that helped you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 7,000 subscribers. So be subscribed and comment, and you're in the running for that. I want to remind anybody that I don't solicit people in the comments. So if you do want to get in contact with me, my email is right below the timestamps in the description. And since there are scammers out there, that way you can be sure it's mine because I'm the only one who can post there. So, my gorgeous and talented pile number 4s. It's always great when your pen fails you. All right, pile number 4, my gorgeous darlings. What's next for you in love? What's next for you in love? Queen of Wands, Hanged Man, 5 of Wands, and the 3 of Swords. Things have been rough for you in love. But you've been coming into your power. You've definitely experienced heartbreak. You've definitely experienced drama, lack of cooperation. And right now, it doesn't feel like anything's moving forward, but I feel like something's changing in your perspective. And that changed perspective is actually bringing a lot more independent self-worth out. Because this is the most confident queen. This is somebody who, I feel like you've definitely learned how to take care of yourself. But you also learn to take care of yourself because you have had to take care of yourself. I'm getting you're really independent, but it's not because you're just independent. It's because for a lot of you, you didn't have somebody you could trust or rely on. This doesn't necessarily mean that this is your future, but I'm getting that you've come to a place where you've created a lot of strength for yourself, but things have been imbalanced with love. But you are going to have a new beginning with a lot less bull, a lot less. You're bringing to yourself a lot more clarity. Clarity on that 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. So we got the 2 of Pentacles, which can be juggling, 3 of Cups, which can be lack of seriousness in relationships. Could be third parties, but I don't think that you're having third parties. I feel like maybe you had to deal with being put in a third party. For a lot of you might have been put in a third party situation. But you're going to have a clear way to go forward. There's going to be new clarity for you in love. But I'm almost getting that you're not particularly enthusiastic about the options that have been presented to you. What's next for you in love? However, you are a powerful, confident person, and you know what you want. So once you finally are able to shift your perspective, you're moving towards long-term happiness. You may have lost something, but if you lost something, there's stuff still standing. If you lost one thing, don't worry, another thing is going to come up for you. Because you're manifesting in that success. You're doing it by choosing your own self-worth, even when you have to deal with really disappointing situations. But you are bringing in a really stable, loving relationship. Knight of Wands. Are you the Knight of Wands? I feel like you've had somebody that's been coming in and out of your life that you are really not enthusiastic about right now, but they probably really hurt you. What's next for you in love? But like, new beginning and clarity, marriage card, healing and balance in your relationships. Just know that just because you had a rough time doesn't mean that that's how things are going to stay. Because you are a master manifester. You know what you want, and it's really only a matter of time before that comes in. And I feel like you want harmony in your relationships, and you want clarity in your relationships, and you're manifesting that into your life, which is gonna leave you with happy relationships with somebody who is the opposite of inconsistent. What's next for love for the gorgeous pile number 4? Celestial teacher. Are you a celestial teacher? Is somebody... I think that you've already leveled up, but you're going to level up again. You're going to get a lot... I feel like you're already in touch with the spiritual, with the divine, but I feel like another level of that's going to open up for you. But, if you lost a Knight of Wands, just know that a King of Pentacles is right behind it. If you lost somebody who is inconsistent, don't worry. It doesn't mean that you didn't care. But you're going to get somebody who treats you the way that person should have. And that's going to lead to you to have a really stable relationship. It's going to lead to you to have a really happy relationship. It's going to lead you to up-level your light and what you're bringing to this world. Whatever your religion or beliefs, time with loved ones is vital for all of our prosperity. So just know that no matter how much you've had a hard time with it, and you have, you're going to have a really stable relationship. You're going to have it with somebody who you can really depend on. And there is going to be peace in that relationship. There's going to be stability in that relationship. There's going to be honesty and actual integrity in that relationship, which I feel like your broken heart needs. Your broken heart needs somebody to come in with integrity, and it's going to happen. Make this look easy. Whoever was a fool enough to mistreat you, at some point is going to watch you surpass them while making things look easy. But you have definitely had somebody that's inconsistent. You've had somebody that has been, you come across the fox, but you're the bear. There is nothing that can stand in your way. You're too powerful. And yes, I feel like maybe your guard is up regarding somebody who's been really inconsistent with you. And maybe you've been kind of stuck in one place because of this person. But you won't be for long. 10 of Pentacles, it's about dropping what doesn't serve you. It's about, Somebody doesn't get their stuff together. Don't worry. You're going to get somebody that does what they should have done. And you're going to end up stronger, and the other person, will have made their own choices. What's next for you in love? They must love your mind too. You are going to have a relationship where you can have that intellectual connection as well. There will be a meeting of the minds. There will be stability. There will be a commitment. The pendulum is swinging for you. And while you have dealt with a lot of hard things, it's just don't get stuck believing that that's what your future is going to look like too. I just heard that quote from Dirty Dancing, "No one puts baby in a corner." So that is for some of you. So I've got 0 and 0. 0 is infinite possibility. 1 is our intention on things, and the Magician came out. But I feel like part of this growth that you're going to go through is really getting that anything is possible. You're certainly not going to be held back, even if you were stuck in the past. Because there is going to be change. With the hashtag, let's see what the hashtag might mean, because this could be online presence. 3 of Wands. I feel like it might already be apparent if somebody has checked up on you, how much you're growing. And even if you aren't completely where you will be, I feel like it's being very clear that you will be there. So if you're working to get successful, it's going to be very clear that you will be successful. Because you are taking your life, your actions, and acting like the powerful, confident person you are, that you had to make happen despite, difficulties and, So just know that you're bringing in a relationship that is fitting for you. And since you have done so much work, since you have made yourself strong, since you have made yourself confident, since you have, you're manifesting in what you want. because you're meant to have prosperity. And you are following the inspiration that has been put in front of you, which is leading to change, which is leading to, well, 3 can be mind, body, spirit. It could also be a connection to Ascendant Mastery. I do feel like you're leveling up. I'm not thinking that you're all going to become Ascendant Masters. But it's also about the ability for possibility, the things that can be greater. So I feel like possibilities are opening for you. I got some family cards, and now I got daughter. So for some of you, you may already have a child, but if that's the case, then there's going to be more stability in the family. But either way, some of you, since you had a few marriage cards in here, some of you, the ones that can, at least, may have a daughter that comes out of this next connection. I feel like you have moved the Wheel of Fortune in your favor. Being aware that you can. Feel like you had some tough circumstances, but you did not accept them. Other than accept that they happened. So you're really moving things in your favor, but it has caused emotional turmoil. You don't feel great about it, but you being very selective about who you continue to allow in your life is ultimately leading you and making you manifest in this relationship. I started hearing Beyonce, if you liked it, you should have put a ring on it. But I'm really getting that if somebody didn't, somebody else will. If somebody didn't show up the way that they did, if somebody didn't show up the way that they should have, don't worry. There's somebody who is going to do what this person chose not to do. You're going to be stronger for it. So I hope that this helps you. If you want a free reading, giving away 2 as soon as I hit 7,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment and you are in the running for that. Thank you so much. I deeply appreciate you. If you want to book with me, my email is in the description right below the timestamps. Just to warn people, there are scammers in the comments. So if you do want to contact me, use that email because I'm the only one who can add to the description. So therefore, it will actually be me, and I can keep everybody in this community safe. Thank you so much. I deeply appreciate you.